Good day, folks. This is Mike Ethiard recording this video. It's the 5th of May, 2016, and I'm in Los Angeles. I got the idea to put this video together because I had a couple of people that were interested in OneCoin and went to go do their research, and they found some articles on the internet that basically did a good job discouraging these people from moving forward with OneCoin. And because I think it's really a shame that people go online and find negative negative things, and then they stop doing the research. It's almost like they value the negative more than the positive in a sense. So they stop doing research and then they don't find out what the real truth is in regards to this. So that's at the end of this presentation. You will actually know more about OneCoin than maybe the experts in the cryptocurrency community do. And I think that's very important because that's the only place from where anybody should make a financial decision to get involved or not get involved in OneCoin. You may find at the end of the presentation that they are not an illegitimate business, but they are very legitimate. But you may not choose to go down that path anyway. I mean, that's fine. But I'd like for people to be basing their decisions not on misinformation. You know, they should base the decision on the accurate information, not the inaccurate information. So OneCoin to date now has 569,390,000 coins in circulation. The euro price for the coin is somewhere around 5.4 euros. So their market capitalization is somewhere around 3 billion. So they've done an amazing job in only 17 months. They've reached 3 billion in market capitalization, which puts OneCoin as the second largest cryptocurrency in the world behind Bitcoin. And so to understand what OneCoin is doing and why people have a problem with OneCoin, you have to really look at the cryptocurrency marketplace. And so I'm on an exchange here, and we're showing the top cryptocurrencies in the world. And as you can see, OneCoin's not on here. So that is one of the reasons why the cryptocurrency community have an issue with OneCoin, is because number one, they do centralized mining. It's not open source. It's the only cryptocurrency that just not anybody can mine. The company has reserved the rights for that to do it in-house, and they call that centralized mining. And then, like I said, it's not traded on an exchange. So here we go. Here is why. And this has to do with strategy, folks. It has to do with strategy. So Dr. Ruja Ignatova is the founder and CEO of the company, and she is an expert on cryptocurrency. She's written 2 books. She's spoken in front of the many of the high level politicians in Europe about the subject. She's well regarded businesswoman. She has a degree from Oxford, law degree. She's reportedly a part of Mensa, which is an organization of highly intelligent people. If you're not a genius, you will not be able to be part of that. So there's a lady, she thinks on another level. So you have to actually allow a little bit of understanding that this could be a little bit beyond most people's understanding and comprehension unless they spent a considerable amount of time studying it. And it really took me 3 months to fully comprehend what she was up to, and it's really remarkable. Okay, here we go. So we got market capitalization, Bitcoin, 6.269 billion, and then you have the second runner-up here, 823,106,000. Ripple at 268 million. then it keeps dropping, and drops pretty quickly down here, where it becomes somewhat insignificant. $5 million market capitalization. I think we do 5 million in maybe two or 3 days as a company. So if you take all of the cryptocurrencies after Bitcoin, all of them put together have less of a market capitalization than OneCoin has. So what we want to do is we want to first of all look at how did that happen. Well, they decided to do a network marketing model as the marketing arm of the company, and a lot of people have a problem with that, and that is also part of why the pushback and the negativity is online, because there's been a lot of companies that have used that model to do businesses that were not legitimate. So you have to then actually go back and say, well, why did she do that? What are the different ways that you can go to market with a cryptocurrency? Well, this is really what every cryptocurrency does. I don't know what kind of marketing strategy they have behind it, but all of them go on to an exchange and they trade on an exchange. Now, if you understand what's happening in the cryptocurrency community, you would know immediately that most of these are never used in the real world as currency. The only one that actually is Bitcoin, and it's very, very, very limited. Think to yourself, how many friends do you know that use Bitcoin instead of money on a regular basis? I would say that most of the people listening to this presentation, they have no friends using Bitcoin to trade on a regular basis. I mean, to shop on a regular basis. Actually, most people who own Bitcoin do not use Bitcoin on a regular basis for purchasing. Now, Dr. Ruja Ignatova, she in her strategy and what she's doing is she is creating a currency. She's not trying to be like these other companies and be like a commodity where it's being traded back and forth every day, because at the end of the day, if this does not come in and work in a practical world of actual transactions, then it really isn't anything. It might be a great place to have money in a way where that it's not being defrauded or whatever. But to have real true value in a cryptocurrency, you have to have an actual strategy to bring it to the marketplace where it actually becomes a very practical way of doing business and doing trade. Bitcoin in itself is really just a code. There's no innovation here. All of these other coins are basically copycats of Bitcoin. There's no new innovation. The innovation's happening surrounding on top of Bitcoin with the companies who are providing services through, on top of the Bitcoin platform. But as far as the actual cryptocurrency itself, there really isn't any innovation until OneCoin. So Dr. Ruja Igmatova, she identified a problem. The problem is this: there's really just not enough people who are getting involved in the cryptocurrency. Most of the people are high tech, and they really have to know some things to actually be involved in this. So to be able to do something different, you can't just do what every single other company is doing and expect a different result. You have to actually approach the market in a different way. And because she's doing that, in the first 15, 16 months, we've reached now 1.5 million people who actually have this coin and they own this coin. Okay, so that is one of the things that have happened, and that could only happen through how she's doing the marketing, which is the network marketing aspect. Because to be able to do that through TV commercials, internet ads, or whatever, if it was able to be done, all of these companies would be doing it right now, or all of these brands. I would say they may not even be companies; they're just a software solution on a website, but all of them would be doing it. And even Bitcoin, who's been around for 7 years, have not reached that many people, and OneCoin has. So that's actually the right way to reach a customer, is through this platform of network marketing. There's no auto ships, there's none of that going on. It's really just a way to market this coin. Then on top of that, the second thing that you have to do for it to be something that people want to use, you have to build an infrastructure around it. Kind of how these companies are building on top of Bitcoin. Well, Dr. Zsuzsa Ignatova, she's creating a PayPal type system that will be able to be used so people can transfer money and between each other, send it, and use it to shop online. So that is being built with the funds that are coming in from the markup of the wholesale model that doing the in-house mining. Now, all of that money and volume would be outside of OneCoin, and we wouldn't be able to do it. So the centralized mining has everything to do with being able to support this coin with an infrastructure that where it becomes a practical solution in people's lives to use OneCoin to shop with. There's another project that she has that's actually building an infrastructure so that the 2 billion people who have cell phones but don't have bank accounts can actually now become part of this new technology and be able to trade and buy and sell and do all this using Bitcoin by using very simple cell phones, not even smartphones, cell phones. So there's an infrastructure that's coming into place. Now, when a cryptocurrency expert or community person looks for to validate a cryptocurrency, they're going to come to one of these exchanges and they're going to go down the list to see where they are as far as the competitive and how strong they are and what's happening with each one. And they follow these every single day to see what's the next one they could buy and sell and which one's on its way up, which one is a good reason to buy. That's what's going on here every single day. So when they heard OneCoin cryptocurrency and they went here and they don't see it, guess what? They're going to right away say it's not real. They're just going to assume it's not real because that's all they know. They just know that if you have one that has any kind of, traction, it's going to be on here. But see, OneCoin has chosen to not, either they're chosen to not go on here or their model is so different that the exchanges may not understand what they're doing and they may not actually have them on here. And so the only way to actually acquire OneCoin is to do it through the membership, through buying educational packages from the company, and that's how the coin is actually reaching the consumer. The plan is to actually be on the exchanges by the time they reach 50% mining, which will happen by the end of the year. Then they will be on here, and I think at that point, that's when the cryptocurrency community will realize really what this company is, and that's when they're going to have to, really eat the words that they had about this, earlier in the year at this point, right? So that's going to happen. So what happened was this community rejected OneCoin and they started to write onto their publications like OneCoin is some sort of weird thing and people are buying these things, and they really just did not understand it. And that's where it started, and that's how come the pushback started to happen. Then they saw there was centralized mining, and they really didn't understand that. The thing about centralized mining is that when you have open source mining and everyone's mining it, you can actually see the blockchain, and it's very public, and that protects the consumer from any kind of fraud. Now, OneCoin does centralized mining. How do they get around? How do they prove their transparency? Well, they've hired a third-party auditing firm, professional international auditing firm that audits, some of the biggest corporations in Europe and in the world, and they do an audit on the blockchain every single month, and they actually present that then to the public and verify that it's okay. Now, okay, you have an auditing firm who verifies the blockchain and the mining is being done accurately and the price points of the coin is being set accurately, so it's confirmed by professional company doing so. So the rumors about OneCoin not being a cryptocurrency, that they don't have a blockchain, well, that is a complete lie. Because if they did not have that blockchain, guess what? This auditing firm would never present to the world that they do, because that would completely take down their entire company if they lied about their findings. So this is as verified as any other cryptocurrency. I would put it 99% at the top, because there's always a percent of something crazy. We know that, but that's conspiracy theory level hypothesis. So no, this is real. This is a cryptocurrency. It's real. Now, in my next video, I'm going to cover why there's so much negative press and so many different people saying the same thing. There's actually a way to make money by writing negative articles about OneCoin, and it's a lot of money. So we'll cover that in the next video.